Hey everyone. Okay, so I just want to get this understood. Some people assume since I am now a real estate agent that I'm making a ton of money, that I'm making really any money. But that is far from the truth. I'm not making the money that they assume. It's been glorified on social media that in real estate you make a lot of money. Okay, and I've told you before I'm going to be very open with you guys because I want you to understand the whole process I'm going through in case you're thinking about getting into real estate, the things you have to face. This is how much money is in my account right now. It's not much to do anything with, right? But it's a fact. Okay. You have to take into consideration each state costs different to do your pre-class. Like mine, it was 65 hours. I think it's 180 or something like that in Texas. But the cost to do that class varies from state to state as well. And then you have your cost for your MLS because you have to sign to an MLS. And then your brokerage, you have fees with your brokerage. And then you have things that you had to buy to get yourself started. Okay, there's a lot. I have over $1,000 invested into this. Okay, and so I don't want anybody to think they just come into it and it's just off and running. And the people who do real estate and promote that they have cars like that, either they don't and they're faking it to get more people to come on board, or they do. But if you talk to any of them, ask them how it was at the beginning. They worked really hard to get to where they're able to do that. Okay? I still tell anybody, do not quit your day job. Don't quit whatever you're doing for work right now until you have your real estate thing and you're for sure that this is what you want to invest your time in, because you're going to have to invest time into it to get it to where you want it to be. And part of the problem is with some brokerages, when you first sign on, they're going to give you 3 to 5 transactions in your first month. And I know a couple people who got 5 first month. Okay. That's insane. That's a couple $1,000, a few $1,000. Who would not want a few $1,000? And honestly, the beginning, that was the route I was going to go. But the problem is, after doing my research, is that once that is done, it trickles off to nothing. Like nothing's happening. They're still focusing on their top agents. And that's the thing I told you before in another video, that brokers wear many hats. They do a ton of things in most brokerages. So of course they're going to go to their top producing agents, which leaves people who are new like me or any of you that get into it or are new that are seeing this, we're lost in limbo. Okay. That's part of the reason I went to EXP, because this is my company. I am my own brand. I have to build it from the ground up. Like if you opened up a store, a brick and mortar, an actual building, you have to promote yourself. You have to get your business out there. Of course, people are going to stop by because they can visually see it and they're like, oh, it's new. And people like new. Okay. This is the same thing except for it's real estate, and not everybody likes new. People like people who know what they're talking about and what they're doing. So you got to get somebody to give you a chance, and then word of mouth from there is how that's going to go. Okay. So do not quit your day job. You know, if you're getting in real estate or doing it, because you've seen how much I have in my account. And I have no shame in that. You know, it's life. I live day to day just like anybody else. But I'm trying to change my future. I don't want to be rich from real estate, but I'd like to be comfortable. So I just wanted people to see that that is exactly how it typically goes. You're not going to, you might not even get your first sale or anything for like 6 months if you stick with it that long, because some people not, you got to invest your time into it. And you just got to stick with it. If you're going to do it, you got to stick with it. Otherwise, there's no point even get into it unless you have connections. Now, some people have connections and then they are off and running from the very beginning and never look back. And that's awesome. But majority of us, you got to go in and you got to push. You got to have that hustle bone in you to do it. And that's why for me, I didn't want to go to a regular brick and mortar because I didn't want them to feed me my first few transactions. And then it kind of, I feel like it would mess with your confidence. You know what I mean? How your importance if they fed you those first few transactions and then it trickled off to nothing. Okay. I feel like, and this is my opinion, and it would make me feel like I'm not important at all. Like, you just pacified me to get me here, and now you're like, now you're here, enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? So this way, I have to go from the ground up. So everything I achieve, I'll look back to right now and see that how far I've come. You know what I mean? So I've only had one open house. Once I get everything situated, I'll do more houses, and I'll post them on here so you guys can see the houses that I'm doing. But other than that, I just wanted to get that out there so people who might be thinking about getting in real estate, do your research about the brokerages you want to go to. Also, do your research and make sure you're financially okay to invest the money that needs to be invested to even get started into it. You know, I just wouldn't go, no, I'm one of them people. I'm like, I'm going to go for it. And then, you know, I'll take each day as they come. All right, everybody. I just want to drop that real fast. See you next time.